fellow humans, to another Tea with JD. I'm JD. That's the tea. It is roasted dandelion root, and it is hot to try. And for the day of today, we're going to be talking about 5 unconventional random ass writing tips that I recommend wholeheartedly. These are not your typical, oh, you should plan this out or outline. No, this is weird stuff. Starting by setting your alarm to a bizarre hour. Your brain is wired to work functionally in different things, but sometimes you gotta shake things up a bit, which includes putting your alarm at 3 a.m., waking up to write, or oversleeping and just shaking your head and doing something different with your mind. Sometimes it works, sometimes you will have a crazy, crazy day, and it'll basically serve so that you can reboot. And when you do get some proper rest, you will be able to write. But honestly, I've done it before, and it has worked. I'm much more centralized and focused and normal these days, but way back when, I knew to wake up at 3 or 4 a.m. to write for half an hour or 1 hour just to keep the juices flowing. Tip number 2, cover your monitor. Don't read what you're writing, just keep writing. Take that NaNoWriMo ethic and just keep writing. But don't look at it. You can proofread, you can correct typos later, just don't do it, because sometimes you need to be fully engrossed in the story. And if you're writing, you have the temptation to read up, look up, and go back. Or sometimes you're looking at, what's the word count? Just write. Cover your monitor, or if you have a wireless keyboard, that's actually pretty awesome. Put the computer tilted to the other way and just write. If you want to do a time like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, whatever you feel like, do it. But don't look at the screen even once. You're going to see a lot of typos because you're in it. You're flowing, and you're going to have to correct a lot, but it's going to flow because you don't have distractions. You have your handsies and your fingers, and that's it. And that's actually one of the few times where writing in a computer can be more beneficial than longhand. I do prefer longhand, and there's a tip on that. Next tip, take notes on what you're writing. If you have a block, read them 5, 6, 7 times, go to sleep. Do that a couple of days. Don't write until you need to write. But I've done that several times, and it's worked wonders on so many levels and so many occasions. So try it out. It's a good one. Tip number 4. Speak to your characters. On more than one occasion, I have mentioned that to me it's been like a Ouija board, where I ask a question, I get an answer in my hand in the story. I'm like stuck and like, where should we go now? And then I start writing, and it's kind of creepy, but it's pretty cool. But sometimes you have to talk to your characters, really get to know them, know how their brain works. Interview them, ask them 20 questions, ask them what their favorite food is and why. Stuff that you're not going to put in your story, but it's going to help you understand your character better. And thusly, your story will flow. And tip number 5 of my 5 random writing tips: write with your left hand. Write a letter, write a birthday card, right? Or your non-dominant hand. I've done this and I've mentioned this before, and it does work. You have to put so much effort to just write something legible with your non-dominant hand that when you get your dominant hand back, boom, you write a tear. And also this stimulates your brain because you're doing things you're not used to doing. And that taps into parts of your brain where the stories might be hiding. And then they have no place to hide, and they have to come out and play. So these are 5 random tips. I hope they help you. If they do, let me know. Or let me know what you think. If you like this video, subscribe, click like, tell people. Because the more, honestly, the more people like and subscribe, the more I get a chance to have exposure so that people can read my writing. Or maybe that you can refer the video to someone that needs help, needs to ask a question. And if I can help in any way, by all means ask. You can ask anyone that has asked me a question. If I answer, how quick I answer and how detailed I answer. I'm happy to help writers of all ages. To know that I've been able to motivate people of all ages to write, that's one of the biggest successes for me. So if I can keep doing that, it's a win-win. So by all means, leave a comment, leave a question, and peace, love, and Maki roll.